Hey everybody, today is Saturday. The Kickstarter launches on Wednesday. Sunday, Monday are postal holidays, but I want to get a sticker of the month club letter out to everybody before Wednesday. What that means is in order for that to happen, I need to get them in the mail today before 5 o'clock. It's about 2 o'clock now, and I haven't gotten started at all. So I think I need to move quickly. All right, the sticker of the month club letter is written and it is printing. Though naturally my printer is in my house and not in my shop, so now I have to walk halfway across the world in the rain to go get them. I did something a little dangerous with this letter, and because I'm in a hurry, I didn't send it to anybody to proofread it for me, which if you've ever read anything I've written that wasn't proofreaded, you know that's dangerous because I am awful at spelling and grammar and typing and writing and English. So hopefully it's legible. Well, it'll be legible because I typed it, but hopefully it's understandable, sensical, coherent. See, I know words. I just can't spell them. Well, that didn't exactly go as planned. I forgot the post office around here closed really early, like at noon, and I'm out of stamps. So I don't have any way of buying those at the moment. So I just used the ones that I have. I'm gonna get this in the mailbox. I'm kind of afraid that I missed the last mail pickup already too, because they probably pick that up at noon. But I'm driving down to Indianapolis here with my family, and hopefully we can find a post office down there with a later mail pickup. I know the one by where we used to live had a 5 o'clock pickup, so I think we can make it there in time. But I only get about 16 of these out, which is, I don't know, a quarter of them. So, oh well. The rest will just have to, go in the mail Tuesday morning. Which sucks. Stupid stamps. I definitely should have done these first yesterday. I did not make it. I did not make it. I was just not prepared enough for today, because I'm rushing because I forgot that Labor Day was this Monday, which is a holiday, which means that mail's not being processed on those days. So I ran out of envelopes and stamps, but I was able to get some in the mail at least. There's maybe, it's probably closer to 20 different sticker of the month clubs that went out. I just kind of randomly chose those. The rest I'm gonna finish up tonight and put in the mailbox, and they'll be at the mercies of the mail system, and they'll get there when they get there. Some of you guys will probably get it on Wednesday, the day I launch. Some of you probably aren't gonna get it until like Friday, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. I have all the letters ready to go for Free Sticker of the Month Club. It was definitely faster this time getting through them, mostly just because I had more practice, but one big reason is instead of having a sticker that I was putting on the back, I was using a rubber stamp. And I'm super happy with that stamp. That was made for me by a guy named Vincent Ferrari. And I definitely need a second one that I can use as the return address stamp. So Vincent, you'll be seeing another order from me soon. He does really good work. This is the stamp. It's orange. I think it was even orange before I started stamping. And yeah, it just does the job and saves me a lot of money on stickers, and saves me time because it's faster to put a stamp on than doing the sticker. So go check out Vincent Ferrari if you want a stamp or a cutting board, or I know he does some other stuff, but he didn't ask me to say this. He doesn't know I'm saying this. Like I bought it and I'm gonna buy a second one. I'm gonna get these to the post office in the off chance that they get picked up today. I took my wife's keys to go to the store, and look at this. This is shameful. We can do better. I asked and she doesn't want a wristlet, but at very least we can do one of my key rings. There we go. Look at how much more compact that is. And look, it's because of the shape of these, they still hang flat. So it's just extra super compact. That's why these key rings are great. So I have done a lot of this Kickstarter prep off of camera, and I wanted to get you guys caught up on everything that I've done, just so that if any of you are gonna do a Kickstarter, you can learn from what I've been going through. So the first thing is I have been taking pictures and videos of my carabiners, and I sent them off to a guy named Adam C, who did a fantastic job of doing more photographs and videos. And in fact, almost everything you're gonna see in the campaign came from him. Only a small portion was stuff that I recorded here. With those product photos, one, I finished up building the campaign, and two, I've started doing Instagram posts and then scheduling them for the future. Fun fact, if you have a Instagram business account, you actually have access to the Facebook post scheduler. It's free. There's a bunch of apps that you can pay to do it, or you can just use the Facebook one for free. And the Facebook one's just a little bit buggy sometimes, but it works really well, and it's like from Facebook, so it's not gonna get changed or broken in the future. Inside that, I have scheduled at least 12 posts in right now. Inside that Facebook content manager, I've already scheduled at least 12 posts in the future right now. One for every day up until the campaign, and then a couple in. My plan is to post one per day for, every day of the campaign. And actually, at least from like tomorrow up through the first couple days of the campaign, I'm going to do 2 posts a day. Now, the way those posts are gonna work is I'm gonna have one per day that is like a picture of the carabiner, probably one that Adam took and be like, hey, look, Kickstarter coming up soon. Sign up for notifications on the Kickstarter page, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The second post I'm going to do is going through my back catalog of Instagram posts, and I'm gonna find the ones that have done the best in my analytics and repost those. I found that when you repost something, it almost never works as well as it does the first time, but it will do pretty well. If you had a post that got 1 million views and you repost it again, it's probably gonna get like 300,000 views. And so by interspersing those with my Kickstarter promotion posts, I'm gonna get a lot more eyeballs on my Instagram that saw those, what I'm calling the viral posts. And then they're gonna come and they're gonna see the sales posts, which will get them to my Kickstarter. I found that to be a pretty darn effective way of doing a Kickstarter launch using Instagram. I also just sent out a new Sticker of the Month Club letter to everybody. Now this is like 2 weeks earlier from when I would have normally done it, but I wanted to kind of get the Sticker of the Month Club and the Prototype of the Month Club separated, so the people who were in the Prototype of the Month Club weren't getting a sticker and their Prototype of the Month Club like on the same day. Now they're gonna be spaced out by 2 weeks, so they're getting something from me every 2 weeks instead of all at the same time. But besides that, I wanted to do a letter specifically for the Kickstarter campaign so that the people who just signed up for the sticker or aren't paying attention to social media as much, they're gonna get a physical letter in the mail with a sticker showing the carabiner, being like, hey, the campaign just launched, or it's about to launch, so now's your chance to get that. Up until this point, the Sticker of the Month Club has kind of been a money pit. It's like almost starting to pay for itself because I've seen some Patreon growth from it, and like over time, yeah, I suppose it might pay for itself, but mostly it's just money pit. So the whole reason I'm doing that is because it's a very effective marketing medium. It's an effective marketing medium. It's much more difficult to ignore than something like an Instagram post or a Facebook post or even a YouTube video. Like, it is coming, one, the person is signed up to receive it, so it's something they are looking forward to and something they have opted into. And then two, like, it shows up in your mailbox, and most people check their mail, at least 5 or 6 times a week. And then when they get it, they take a sticker of my carabiner and they put it on their water bottle or laptop. Like, there is no higher value marketing than that. And that's honestly one of the big reasons why I'm doing the Sticker of the Month Club. Now, I also just like stickers, and I like having excuses to hire people to design really cool stickers for me. Like, there's no other way to justify that. This is why my water bottle and computer are covered in stickers. But in terms of the business case for designing everything, it is very strong. My YouTube strategy for this product launch is pretty straightforward. You guys saw yesterday, I just did a big, long supercut of all the video I had in queue to get you guys caught up to now. So this video is being recorded on Saturday. It's gonna be edited Saturday night and then released Sunday morning. So we're talking just like 8-12 hours of lag. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to be on pace with you guys when I go through the Kickstarter launch. So, you guys will be able to see my day one reaction, and I'll be able to talk about it more in real time and get you guys excited about it. And that's my YouTube strategy for this launch. Though really, basically, most of the launch prep that I have done on YouTube has happened in the past. Like, you guys have already seen me making the carabiner. You've seen the, blood, sweat, and tears. And yes, I'm marketing to you guys right now, but I'm also hoping, but also I hope I'm giving you useful information to justify it. Basically, everything I just talked about was my media of communication, not the message. The message that I have been sending, and this is going to change when the campaign starts, obviously, but up until the campaign starts, my message is, hey, sign up for the Kickstarter notifications. Kickstarter gives you like a pre-launch page where people can go and click a button, and if they click that button, they'll get an app notification and or an email when my campaign launches. And that's a good step in the direction of getting someone to purchase the carabiner. Because one, they are showing that they're willing to go take an action in order to get to your carabiner. And that like kind of builds some momentum towards buying it. Like at that point, you're not paying anything, but you're kind of mentally committing to buying it. And then also it forces people to either make or to verify their Kickstarter information and login and stuff. That way, if that stuff's not all set up, the Kickstarter will make them do it then, and they won't have to worry about it during the campaign launch. Now, granted, I'll probably lose a lot of the people that don't have that set up at this point, because it's like less of a big step than actually buying the carabiner, which they would be more excited for. But it's kind of a step in the right direction. And when I launch, I'll have a chance to get those people that fell off. Along with the messaging for the notification sign up, I've given people kind of a carrot and a stick for why they should sign up. I have a very limited number of super early bird spots that get like 33% off, and then a less limited, but still limited number of early bird spots in my campaign. So that's like a reward that you can back where you pay less and you get the same thing. So the first people to the campaign will be able to pay less money for their carabiner. They'll get a discount. So in order to make signing up for notifications more valuable, I am not announcing the time that I'm going to launch my campaign. I'll give you a day. It's gonna launch on Wednesday, September the 7th, but I'm only gonna tell you guys that it is between noon and 5 p.m. So the only way you're gonna get one of those limited discounts is by signing up for notifications, or I suppose just refreshing the page every 5 minutes or whatever in that gap. Or the other way that you can do it is signing up for my Patreon. My Patreons have already been so generous that like they deserve the shot at those super early birds. So they are gonna know ahead of time when I'm going to launch my campaign, so they can sneak in there before everybody who's only signed up for notifications. That's my way of rewarding them. And the reason you want to do all of this is because you want a really strong initial showing for your campaign. Kickstarter is just like any other algorithmically fed website, like Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. The only things that get the platform shows and pushes are the things that already have some amount of traction. The more views a YouTube video gets, the more views it's going to get because YouTube is going to push it out. Well, Kickstarter is the same way. The more interest that a campaign gets right off the bat, the more that it's going to push it out because it thinks that people are going to spend the money there. Kickstarter's a business too, and they take a cut of every sale. So they want us to succeed. They want us to sell things, but they can't put everything on the homepage. So they're only going to put the things there that they think that specific shopper is going to actually purchase. So if you can prove to Kickstarter by having good analytics that like people want to buy your thing, they're going to put you closer to the front. Our last 2 campaigns have made it onto the Kickstarter front page. Our last one, the Parametric Pry Bar, I believe made it into an email, and we got the Project We Love sticker, which was huge, and I think responsible for a lot of our sales. And I honestly don't know if this carabiner is going to be innovative enough to get the Project We Love sticker, but I'm really hoping to get back on that front page for this campaign, because that'll just help our organic sales, which is the big reason that I'm doing Kickstarter over just like putting it on my Etsy store. Is I know you guys would support me by just going and buying it on Etsy, but I want to get the organic traffic of the people on Kickstarter. And there's one more thing that I'm planning on doing and I haven't done yet, mostly just for logistics reasons, is I want to send out carabiners to my friends on Instagram who can then show it off on their page. So I'll be getting my batch of carabiners that I sent out for product photography back soon, and I'll be able to send out those to people who can share it. And then I have 50 carabiners in there that I can start machining and sending out as soon as I can, though I need to redesign my fixture first. So I don't know if I'm gonna get those out soon enough to be any good, but I'll try. And I'll send out the ones that I have. I also am gonna put together some short ads that I can run on social media, either through a company that specializes in Kickstarter campaigns or maybe by myself. I'm undecided. It would definitely be more efficient to do it with the Kickstarter focused ad company, but in the long term, like they are keeping the intellectual property behind those ads, and not like the actual ads themselves, but like they're keeping the email lists and like the the ad data of the people who have clicked on them. Whereas if I run those ads myself, then I have access to that in the future. And online advertising is a whole nother thing. I'm not particularly good at it. I've played a little with it, but never really profitably. But basically the challenge of doing online advertising is targeting the people who are going to end up buying your product. If you just dump money and advertise to everybody in the world, yes, you will get some people who click and buy, but you're not going to be profitable. You're going to spend so much money. And so the strategy is to focus down and just get the people that you know are going to buy. The question is, how do you know who's going to buy your product? And I mean, I have educated guesses on who my audience is, but like, guesses are just guesses. And by advertising, you show your ads to a whole bunch of people, and Facebook and Google goes, okay, it worked on this person and this person, this person and this person. What do they have in common? And it feeds that through some algorithm. Honestly, I assume it's an AI model. And it goes, okay, well, this person's like that person, and that person's like that person, and that person's like that person. So let's target those people too. And then it tests, the ad against those people. And then it, keeps just kind of expanding out. And that data set right there, which you can't actually see, like it's all just kind of hidden behind Facebook nonsense. You can't see like, oh, Joe Schmellinger clicked on my ad. You just get this like data set that you can use in the future to target audiences. The reason you would pay a Kickstarter ad company is because they have that data set. That is incredibly valuable, but it's their property. It's not something that you have. Versus if you do it yourself, you get that experience and data and you can use it in the future. But also you're gonna waste a lot of money in the process. So I'm torn. I don't know what to do. You can't do both because then you oversaturate and you end up competing in an auction against yourself. So I don't know. I'll tell you when I decide. Anyway, on that note, I need to go get the kids in bed and I'm gonna go do more computer work and get more Instagram posts scheduled. I have like 45 more to do, so I'm gonna go do that. Good night, everyone. Oh, sign up for the Kickstarter. Sign up for the Kickstarter, betterkeychains.com or link in the description. Good night.